Hi, this is Sarah with Lindsay's Air Conditioning and Plumbing. How can I help you today? Just a sec. I'll check the availability for Monday at 9 in the morning. Monday at 9 in the morning is available.
So by the end of this video, you will have a tool to use that will create a voice agent from start to finish automatically, pretty much hands-off through Claude Code. What it's going to do is plan, build, test, and push it live. So what used to take me 10 to 15 hours to build a simple voice agent, now I just drop a transcript into Claude Code and it builds and tests and deploys the voice agent automatically. When I first started building voice agents, I would open up ElevenLabs, I would open up Gemini, and I would have a conversation with Gemini about the capabilities of the voice agent and tell them about my client, maybe drop a client transcript in there, and then it would instruct me on how to create the voice agent within ElevenLabs. So think about a lot of clicking through the user interface in ElevenLabs, manually tweaking settings, going back and forth by manually testing it. It was a nightmare. So I got fed up and I created my own CLI tool, which I'm going to walk you through and give you full access to by clicking the link below. So let's go ahead and get started. Once you have access to this page, we can look at the prerequisites and you can see the ElevenLabs CLI tool that we're going to install here. Let's follow this step by step. So first, I'm just going to briefly show you what we're installing. You can read about it by going to the GitHub link. And let's go ahead and open the terminal. So what I'm gonna do is open the terminal here. And I'm going to change into my desktop. So here I'm going to copy this command, going into desktop. That is going to clone the repo, right? So now I am inside this project that I created. Second, I'm going to go ahead and remove a dependency on my repo in GitHub, and I'm going to change it to be called my voice agents. You can modify this to be called whatever you want it to be, but this is going to change the name of the repo and it's going to push it to GitHub. So you'll be able to see that in GitHub and change it as you want. So this went ahead and created a private repo, so it's not visible. So we created a GitHub repo and we pushed it to GitHub, and it's a private repo, so it is not visible to anyone. Now what we need to do is we need an ElevenLabs API key. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to ElevenLabs. Let me open it in a new tab here and then log in. So I'm gonna go to ElevenLabs agents, and here it should be under developers, and we go to API keys, and I'm going to create a new key. For this demo, I'm going to make it non-restricted, and I will delete this key before I upload this video, so no worries there. But I will go ahead and create this key. I'm going to copy it to the clipboard. Now you can open this folder in whichever code editor you like. I use Cursor, so I'm going to open it in Cursor. So now we need to put that API key into our project so we can actually upload to ElevenLabs and manipulate our agents within ElevenLabs through the API. I copy this command, I go to my terminal, I paste it, I go to the repo inside of Cursor. I'm going to look for that environment variable here, and where it says your API key here, I'm going to go back to ElevenLabs copy the API key to my clipboard, and paste it into the repo. Let's go back to the tutorial. Okay, that's all done. Drop in your transcript. If you're working with a client, you can use this discovery template to ask them the questions that you will need to know about their business before using this tool. Now that I already have a transcript for my client, I'm going to go ahead and create a new folder, name it Discovery, and then I'm going to put my transcript in there. I'm going to navigate to my transcript and drop it into the Discovery folder. Now let's open up a Claude instance. So I'm going to open up Claude, and then let's go back to the guide. So I'm going to do /prime so it can understand the project and orient itself based on our needs for this ElevenLabs project. Next, I'm going to use the plan command and drop in my transcript. So with the plan command, it's going to read your transcript and plan the entire agent setup. Now that we have the plan, let's actually build it in ElevenLabs. So this build will take care of almost everything. It's going to tweak the settings based on what I've found to be best. It's going to use the voice that I use for my agents. It's going to give them a knowledge base based on the transcript. Pretty much the only thing that it doesn't do is create the innate-in workflow or the webhooks that you will need to receive from it. So it's actually going to create the tools on the ElevenLabs side, but what you will need to create is either the innate-in webhook that receives those tool calls or whatever service that you need to configure when those tools are called. After about 5 minutes, it successfully built our agent in ElevenLabs. Let's take a look. There it is, YouTube example agent. We've got the system prompt. We've created the tools. So this is where you'll have to actually put your webhook. Let's go ahead and give it a test.
Thanks for calling the Hansen team. Our office is closed right now, but I'm here to take a message so someone can follow up with you. Can I start with your name?
Yeah, my name is Chase.
Let me make sure I have that right. C-H-A-S-E?
Yes.
Perfect. Could I get your phone number, please?
Yeah, it's 555-5555.
Got it. Just to confirm, that's 555-5555.
Yep. Yes.
Great. Are you a buyer or a seller?
So we should be good to go for an MVP, the first beta of this voice test. So as you can see, it's working as expected based on a transcript that I had from a client call. Now we have a complete voice agent created in ElevenLabs in about 10 minutes. So it should be good to go in terms of it being ready for testing. But there are 2 more commands here that we can use with Claude to make sure it's bulletproof. I will say run the review and test command to make sure that our agent is working from end to end. So what these commands will do is it will run the agent that we created through a test suite, and it will test things like what happens if the customer starts to talk off topic or ask questions that the agent is not designated to answer, things like that. And it will automatically give you suggestions to enhance the agent. And if you confirm, it'll enhance the agent automatically with an updated prompt and knowledge base. Once you've run the tests and you're ready to go live, you would just go to phone numbers and attach it to a phone number that you set up, which is outside the scope of this video, but is really easy to do. And you can ask Claude how to do that if you're uncertain. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope this tool helps you tremendously, don't forget to like and subscribe, and make sure to click that link below to access my full suite of AI tools. Thanks. Until next time.